My phone is ringing off the hook because you guys are calling me about PPP loan fraud. So let me tell you what I know and what I can tell you about it. And that brings me to PPP loan fraud sentencing. So PPP loans are a federal program. So any case involving PPP loans are going to be charged in federal court. This means that the federal sentencing guidelines apply. So the federal sentencing guidelines chart, and you can see I use this a lot, is based on this graph. So if you can see, there's a column going this way and a column going this way. This column is the offense level, and this column is the criminal history category. And in the middle are series of numbers which correspond to numbers of months. So let me explain, what does this mean, okay? So this column, the offense level column, every crime is assigned a specific offense level. So if you're charged with a theft crime, your base offense level would be 7. Okay, so that brings us here. Assuming you have no prior convictions, you would be in this first row, okay? Then the next calculation is based on the amount of money that was taken. So if you have taken out a $20,000 loan, the offense level is not going to increase that much, and there is likely not going to be prison time involved. Probably a felony conviction and probation and restitution, which means you have to give the money back. But they probably will have already seized your account or frozen your account and seized the funds if they're still in the account. The next level of case that I am dealing with, and these are the cases that are being charged. I've been watching the news, I've been getting the Google alerts. The cases that are being charged are the cases that are hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, okay? So these cases would have a higher offense level because the offense level is based on the amount of money or the amount of loss. So even if you didn't get the money, if you asked for it by fraudulent means, you can still be charged with fraud. That's the thing that shocks most people. Well, I didn't get the money, so I didn't commit the crime. Yeah, but by submitting the application and giving fraudulent information to induce the bank to give you the money, you actually did commit fraud. So they would calculate the amount of what they call intended loss to the bank. So whatever that amount is, if it's $150,000, the offense level would be higher, not as high as if it were, say, $1.5 million, and then your offense level is going to be higher. The court also looks at whether there were sophisticated means. So if you used a very sophisticated process of creating the documents, that's something that they could argue to increase the sentence. Also, if you used somebody else's name, if you signed somebody else's name, that could be charged as identity theft, which is an additional 2 years on top of whatever the sentence is, and that's mandatory. The judge has no choice if the government pursues that charge. So that's why it's best to get in early. Now, if the government has not frozen your bank account, if you're not under investigation, there is nothing that I can do for you at this point. However, if your account has been frozen, it is likely that they are investigating you, and that is when you give me a call. As far as whether you lied on an application, you applied for a $10,000 or a $20,000 loan, honestly, I don't know what's going to happen with those cases. I don't know if the feds are pursuing them. I think at this point they are looking at the bigger loan amounts, which makes sense because they only have so many resources, even though they are the United States government. So I hope that that answers some of your questions about PPP loan fraud sentencing. And again, if you have been charged or you are under investigation, please call me. The best time to deal with this is before you're arrested. You don't want to have the feds knocking on your door. However, if you are not under investigation and your bank account hasn't been frozen, take a deep breath and hopefully nothing will happen. Thank you very much.